Hey everybody. Um I am trying a new camera and I'm hoping this is coming through. It's actually my GoPro camera. So I figured I'd use something a little nicer and hopefully it looks, well, a little nicer. I don't really have particularly too much planned for today. It's more of just testing out my GoPro and seeing how it works as a camera. So I actually just got the other day a ton of controllers, and this was in there, and this one has a very chewed up thumbstick. Probably should check ahead of time, but I do believe I have extra PlayStation 4 thumbsticks. Let's see. Yes, I do believe I have a couple left. So we can swap those, hopefully. I'm running low, though. I bought a ton of them and been slowly using them all up. Because all these PlayStations seem to be just burning through thumbsticks. So... Got one of the things I normally do. I kind of want to run cable over to my laptop so I can see if anyone chats. So I can watch it on the screen in front of me. I've got a screen up here. So... I actually bought a tool recently, and it's yet to come in. I ordered it from AliExpress. A tool specifically for changing the analog sticks on PlayStation 4s, because they are just an absolute pain to swap. So, and I have so many that just need new analog sticks. I actually ordered along with it a ton of replacement analog sticks. But we're not doing that today, because this actually doesn't seem to have stick drift. This is like one of the few controllers I've found recently for PlayStation 4 that doesn't have stick drift. It seems to be a very rare occurrence nowadays. For whatever reason, all of these analog sticks on these PS4s are just kind of wearing out. The worst part is I'll swap them, and then the replacement analog stick will have stick drift on it. So, yeah. But we're just gonna pop this free down here. I hate getting into these. I always feel like I'm breaking everything. We need to separate all these little clips. Alright, what am I missing? There we go. Come on, apart. Come on. Separate. There we go. Gotta remove that little cable. So I'll just remove this battery now. Now this is really sticky also, so I'm gonna pop this free and see if I can clean this up a little bit. I hate removing these because they are the little stupid spring that's on this is just a pain to get back in place. But there's that darn spring. Hopefully it's less sticky now, because the left bumper was just sticking every single time I'd press down on it. I don't know what conditions this thing came from. Alright, now we got this little screw here that we gotta take out. Separate the main board here. Oh, actually, whoops. We do have that I always forget about until I start taking it apart. Now, is this the one that lifts up or pulls out? Yeah, it's the one that lifts up. So we're gonna lift that up. There's a little little plastic tab that lifts up. We're gonna pull you out gently. Alright, now we can remove our... Oh, that is sticky. That is very sticky and gross. Gross. Okay, I'm going to grab a little bit of isopropyl alcohol because someone spilled something in there. Yeah. Golly. We got our isopropyl alcohol, 99%. We got a little bit on this cotton swab. Try to remove any of that grossness off there. And while we're in here, might as well just clean all the button contacts. And I'm actually just gonna clean this up because it's a nice shiny sheen because something had spilled on there. Oh, that is sticky. Ugh, gross. I'm gonna use some cleaning solvent since this is just plastic, so it doesn't really matter. Clean that up. Get rid of whatever spilled down there. That's nasty. Gross. Okay. Now we can pop these free. Oh, that is still very sticky on there. Yeah, there's literally a line of just straight goop straight across here. Yeah. Now, there's not actually any contacts here that really matter, but, you know, it is good to just kind of clean things up. Okay. Now we can put our new little analog sticks on there. These are just some really cheap little, or not analog sticks, these new little thumbsticks on there, onto our analog sticks. These are just some whatever cheap thing I could find. There. And then I'm gonna need access to our little tab up here. I'm gonna put the ribbon back in, so take this plastic off just for the reassembly. Ooh. My cat Bailey is just yowling in the background for no reason. I don't know if it'll get picked up on camera, but... Alright, now we can flip our little tab back down. And we can put this back in place. And this little piece comes off. So we're going to put that back. We're going to need our screwdriver to put this little screw back in, right in the middle. And plug our little battery back in. Kinda place you back in place there. And then this is still kind of gross. I kind of want to clean that up a little better. Clean this one up too. It's crazy to me how, like, expensive controllers are and how little care people, like, you know, give them. They really just horribly mistreat controllers. I have a video that I filmed that I haven't edited yet, but I just finished filming it, where I honestly thought I was just going to be replacing a couple buttons on a Xbox One controller, and it turned into a full just tear down and clean because the inside was the most one of the most disgusting controllers I've ever seen, and it was honestly shocking and appalling. So it's crazy because it's like the controllers are expensive, you know, like they're not cheap, and people just horribly mistreat them. Poor controllers. Alright. Oh, great. Those aren't sticky anymore. That feels good now. All of our buttons feel good. And this controller can now be put back together fully. And hopefully should be working now. It was working before. It just was gross. Some of the buttons stuck, and obviously our, you know, thumb... Oh, God, those are sticky. Ugh. Ew. And obviously our thumbsticks were chewed up and needed to be replaced. So... Daisy is currently behind me staring at a wall. I don't know if there's ghosts behind me or something. Halloween's over, there's no more ghosts. What are you staring at, bud? Should I be concerned? Oh, look at that. Nice and cleaned up. Looking good. Well, looking better. Honestly, this came out pretty good, so I'm pretty happy with that. Easy little, quick little fix there right off the bat. Nice. Alright. I really just kind of wanted to ask people how the stream looks, but have not had anyone jump in chat to tell me anything. So, haven't had a chance to ask how my camera looks. But either way, I've got some things that I can just kind of lightly clean up as we go here. So I'd say that one's done. Let's see. I just actually tested this out like a few minutes ago right before stream. This is just a cheap little third-party Pelican controller for the GameCube. And it's got some cuts and tears in the cord. And I think I'm going to try to shrink tube them. See if I can repair them. So let's see if I have a screwdriver long enough to get in there. I'm gonna need a different one. There we go. This controller feels incredibly cheap, I have to say. I do have two of these. I have one that's just not working at all, and then this one that works, but the cord's kind of chewed up. I've never seen the inside of these, so I don't know if it's easy to even get at the cord to unsolder it, or if it's going to be a giant pain and not worth it at all. So we're going to find out. Because the other option is maybe go over this end. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things are. Alright, let's see. How is the. Oh, that's our rumble motor, is just this one motor mounted directly to the rear here. And then, I'm assuming I'm going to have to take this off to get to the cord. Ah, this cord's going to be a pain, isn't it? Because it looks like there's going to be a bunch of different little cords I'm going to have to get through. Definitely not going to be worth the work that I'm about to put into this thing. That's okay. Probably have to take you off too. The little daughter board over here. Oh, okay. Actually, this is using a little, one of these little white clips that hold everything in place. So that makes my life a lot easier. I was really expecting it to just be a bunch of loose wires and I'd have to figure out which order they go in and everything like that, but thankfully these are all going to be clipped together, so I don't have to memorize them. I'm still going to take a photo of the order that they went in, just so that way I have that. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna need... So we're going to have to desolder this cord here to slip over some shrink tubing, and then we'll have to heat up the shrink tubing to shrink it. I think this only has the two little cuts here, which I think one piece of shrink tubing should be able to cover both. I don't see any others, so I think we'll be good on that once we just get the one piece to cover over that. Trying to move stuff out of the way. I've just got cords dangling everywhere and... This is all freed up. I got a little more on the second pin here. I hate these style because they like expand as they go in, and so it's a pain to get that like out because it's expanding. I'm gonna use a little bit of isopropyl alcohol to clean that up, just because. Might as well just clean everything while we're in here. Okay. You can set you aside. Now we're going to look for the correct size shrink tubing to go over this, which is always the biggest pain. I'm going to need a big piece, aren't I? Yeah, I'm going to need a really big piece. Sup? Can you hear me okay? I'm glad you're here. I know it was kind of a late stream, so not a whole lot going on. I really just want to test my camera setup. I'm using my GoPro. I want to see if it's working. And I guess I should find out if my microphone's working. Can you hear me? I don't know. Okay. So, Rob says he can hear me, but you don't know if you can hear me. Interesting. Maybe I should turn my own stream on and see if I can hear myself. I have a fun little feedback loop if I can. I don't know if audio is working. Audio? Audio working? You can hear me. Oh, thank God. Someone finally is telling me they can hear me. Alright, I was going crazy. Okay. Alright, thank you. I appreciate it. Can you tell me if the webcam or the camera setup looks better or worse than it did? Because Rob is saying it looks way worse. He's saying it looks really weird. I don't know if I should switch back to the webcam that I had, or if I need to dial this in better. This is my GoPro. This is a much more expensive setup, and I don't know if it's better or worse. Please leave your feedback. I would like to know. I don't know the other option. I am just joining. Oh, it was just like past streams. I don't know if you tuned into other streams that I've ever done. Basically, does this look terrible? Just, I mean, short answer. If you're looking at this right now, does this look like garbage? Or does this look good? Or I don't know what. So this is realistically my GoPro. It's like a super wide shot that would show my entire table. It actually shows my legs. It shows everything. So I cropped way in. My hands are weird. Those might just be my hands. I might just have weird hands. I'm now going to be self-conscious of that. But the so I don't know if it's also because of how zoomed in it is. The other option would be to just like physically move the camera down lower or get a different setup for the camera. I have these like other, I don't know if these will show up, like other pole mounts that I could possibly mount the GoPro to just kind of like have it closer, so that way I don't have to crop in, you know? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I also am not really streaming a lot, so the whole point of this stream is just to test a new thing to possibly make streaming maybe slightly less terrible. Because sometimes I'm just working on projects that are just simple things like this, which is just, you know, repairing a torn cord on a cheap GameCube controller that's valueless, and I'm putting more time and effort into this than this controller will ever be worth. And I actually got this controller for free. Oh no, I've torn my heat shrink tube. Dang it. Ah, this is such a pain to do. Go through the tube. I also don't even know if people want to watch this. Like, if it's just better to just have a, you know, highly edited down product that it's skipping through what you're watching right now, which is just 15 minutes of me struggling to get a shrink tube over a piece of plastic. Which is like, when I'm editing the video, I would speed this up like 1,000% so you didn't have to watch this. But I don't know. Maybe people like watching this. Maybe people enjoy this. I don't know what you guys want. I do appreciate that you're here, regardless. I really shredded this heat shrink tube getting that over there. That is kind of a bummer. That did not go well. The weird thing with my heat gun that I'm about to use is when I run it, it makes my lights flicker. Which I don't know what that means. It probably doesn't mean something good, though. Also, my heat gun is set way too low. I like the stream's good for my ADHD when I'm crocheting. Maybe you should start a crocheting stream. You know? I'm sure there's people that would watch that. I don't know if it's showing on stream, but it's driving me mildly insane that my lights flicker while this is happening. So I have these giant studio lights on both sides of me, and they just flicker the entire time that this is going. But it's only, literally only when my heat gun is running. So one of my friends is opening, he opens Pokemon cards on TikTok, and I keep telling him he needs to stop swearing on those streams, because I'm like, I'm sure kids want to watch. Like, I get that, yes, adults watch Pokemon box openings, but like, children also are gonna want to watch that too, you know? So you probably shouldn't swear. And like, he can make it like 1 or 2 days, and then the next stream I tune in, just F-bomb, 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 F-bomb. I'm like, oh my god, dude. it's a, I get it, because like, in real life, I'll throw some curse words around, but on all of my videos or streams, I won't swear at all. And I have, oh gee, just like that, I have melted my fingers with a soldering iron so many times, and I had to just go, shoot, instead of what I really want to be yelling. So, just like that, where I accidentally just dropped a flaming hot heat gun. Thankfully, I didn't actually melt myself that time. Children don't belong on TikTok. I agree with that statement, but that doesn't mean that they're not on TikTok. You know? Oh. Well, I'm noticing that this is actually physically cracked. Oh, wow. Our poor little thumbstick here is broken. That stinks, because this is a cheap knockoff, so it's not like I could get like a replacement. I'm gonna try something stupid. We're gonna see if this works. This is a bad decision, but I'm gonna try hitting it with a soldering iron. I have to use the soldering iron anyways to put this back, but I'm gonna see if I can solder this plastic back together, and hopefully it stays. And then I'll probably hit some super glue on it too. I don't know if you can hear Daisy just screaming into the abyss for no reason in the other room. Alright, well. Plastic is definitely a lot stronger now that I just melted it. Uh, yeah, Daisy's currently in my bathroom just yelling at nothing. She's on. I can hear her. I think she's probably in the bathtub. Just meow, meow, meow. Strange little goblin. I love super glue. The fact that like after 2 uses, the super glue lid just like glues itself shut, and I've got to use 2 pairs of pliers to separate it. Okay. You add a little bit of super glue on the end there. Hopefully, that'll keep this little cap in place. Because this is a cheap third-party controller, you can't just readily buy usually the replacement cap, like thumbstick caps for these, unlike an OEM controller. Because generally when these are, bad, no one puts the work in repairing them, they throw them away. So, hopefully that holds now that I hit it with a soldering iron and super glue. Okay, let's put this... Ooh, we bent that pin. Uh-oh. Move you back. Alright, let's put all this back through. I think it went like this. Let me... So... Alright, so it should go this way. And then all I need is I'm going to get a little bit of flux. I'm running low on flux, so if anyone would like to order me some flux, I wouldn't complain. And we're going to take some solder, and we're going to solder this cord back in. I'm going to turn on my vent system here, so I hopefully don't die. Okay, that looks good. Now we'll just put this all back together. And that's warm on my fingers. Okay. Oh no, I think I've glued this back and it's now smaller. Oh. Help if I put that the right. Okay, never mind. Disregard everything I was about to say. Alright. How did you go in there? I think you went like that. Let's wind this wire back in. clearly is not in place. What is going on? Will you get however you're supposed to be? Stop fighting me. Stop fighting me, cheap controller. How does this work? How are you supposed to... Cheap controller, please. No, this is all falling apart. It's almost like this wasn't meant to be serviced. Alright. Let's get you in there proper. That's you. Okay, what is not lining up? Is it the LED? Okay, so it's the LED that's not lining up. There we go. And then I think... Nope. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have taken that out. Oh, you get back in there. This is not lining up properly. What isn't? Okay, so that's how that works. Got it. Now, we just need to put you back in place. Wait, is that out of alignment? Hang on. I think this came out of alignment down here. I seeing things? Yeah, I think that slipped off. Alright. Well, let's do that again. Oh, gosh dang it. This is what gets edited down on the videos, is just me struggling to put something back together. Oh my... This stinking cord is such a pain in my behind. I hate this. They loop them through in a very, like, weird way. No. Darn it. Get back in there. These little buttons are popping out. And that came back off again. Dang it. It's not going well. Now this cord would just wrap the way it's supposed to go around these pegs and just stay put. This would be fantastic. But it doesn't want to. Okay. I'll try that again. Alright, little LED. Line up with the little LED hole. Come on. Come on. Get in there. Why do you not want to... There we go. Oh my gosh. That was an unnecessary amount of struggle. Holy Toledo. Alright. We got there. We got there. Sorry, I know I stopped talking there during that, but I was riding the struggle bus hard there, getting this thing back together. This stinking cord did not want to loop the way it was supposed to loop, and was causing lots of frustration in my life. That's okay. We got there. That's why my videos are heavily edited. Because otherwise it's a lot of me just struggling with a cord. Oh, dang it. Okay. We're just going to put this little back piece on. And then I'm done with this thing. And I'm going to find it a new home. Because now we've wrapped the cord up. And we're going to hope that everything stays together now. But yeah, after that, I'm going to turn off this stream and probably go lay down for a bit. And relax. Hopefully, you all have found this entertaining. Hopefully my camera doesn't look too weird. I'm probably going to have to tweak this a little more and try to figure out what I'm doing wrong here. Because I would like to make a better stream here. I just don't know what I'm doing. That's the real problem. I have no idea what I am doing. Bring Daisy to say hi. She's behind me somewhere. She's physically right here. Hang on. Let me get these last 3 screws in, and then I will bring her on camera. I just don't want her to step on any of these. Because these are self-tapping screws, which is hilarious. That means they're, they used something really cheap to basically just drill these in place rather than like normal screws. It's all about saving money, cutting down on time spent, assembling this. If you can just go vert, 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 vert with some self-tapping screws. Daisy. Come here, bud. There we go. Come here. Hi. Hello. Hi. Oh, come here. Ugh. Daisy. You want to say goodbye to your fans? Yeah. Okay. Well, goodbye, everybody. Daisy says have a good night, and thank you for tuning in. Exactly. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate everyone here. Yep.